Sometimes we're bound for Liverpool, sometimes we're bound for Spain. Heave away, me jollies, heave away.
Hi, my name is Barry Kinney. Welcome to the first episode of my podcast. Delighted to have one of my favourite bands, Ceol. I know we're tight for time, lads, as you have to do your sound check. So we will move this along. So can we start at the beginning? Can each of you talk about your life before Ceol, where you're from, how you got into music, hobbies?
Yeah, well, my name is James. Thanks for having us, Barry. I grew up in Wexford and I've played traditional Irish music most of my life. I started when I was 7 or 8 and I went to Danes Castle School of Music in Carrick-on-Bannow in Wexford, and over the years I played with a load of different bands, and I met these guys just over a year ago, and
best thing that ever happened to you.
Yeah.
I suppose. I'm Ceol and I'm from Dublin, and I started playing. Let's not go there. I started playing accordion when I was about 12. Initially playing trad, and I did grades then after that. So I took a break from the trad and came back to it. I did grades are great. I did secondary school music teaching in college, and then I finished that and I met the lads, and so I'm giving the teaching a break. Just over a year ago. You wouldn't know now, you wouldn't know. It would be just over a year ago now, same as James, funny enough.
No way.
Right, strap yourself in, Matthew.
Sorry, mine's combination, please. My name is Matthew Cramsey. I am from Donegal. I have been gigging and writing songs since I was 15. So that would mean that I'm at it 12 years. I know I give my age away, but I mean, an undisclosed amount of time now. I've been at it 12 years. I would do a lot of work in Derry and Donegal, Northern Ireland and stuff, and then same as the lads, got the shout to meet these guys over a year ago, and haven't looked back. Apart from all the mileage, but sure, look, it's good to be here.
So my name is Darrell and I'm from Kildare, and I would probably come from, I've been playing music I'm a professional musician my whole working life, so but I come from a more probably musical theatre kind of background. I went to stage school from a young age, and that was kind of my world, and then I started gigging and doing a bit of both worlds then, and then I went to college in BIM, studied songwriting, which that's kind of what I loved the most, and then transitioned just into doing that kind of corporate stuff and my own kind of thing, and then met the lads, and here I am.
You were in JLS, in the Voice of Ireland, I believe?
Oh, I was on the Voice of Ireland. It was on the second season, so whatever year that was, and I was in a band years ago called Taken, and we supported, we did a few cool gigs. We supported JLS and The Wanted and Code Line and stuff. So that was
Liam Neeson in that?
No, they had that. What was that tune they had? They had a great tune.
Out of so many of them.
There was a great one.
Yeah.
No, I can't remember. Yeah, that one there. That was a great tune. I remember.
And how did you get into Ceol then? What was the process of Ceol?
Well, it was an audition process for the majority of us, I think, wasn't it? And then I was playing a gig in Umla, and Nathan was there on a stag do, and he saw me. And then when I was supposed to go and meet the guys and go down to the auditions, I had COVID, so I couldn't go. And then I thought that was game over, and then they rang me and said, "Come down and meet the people we put through." And
yeah,
here we are now.
And we just got put into a room.
Yeah.
That sounds very prison-like, but they were in a rehearsal room, and it was basically just play and see what happens. Just jam a few songs.
And on the first rehearsal, I smashed Darrell on the head with a guitar. Yeah. By accident, but it was. I think I'll always remember that.
It was an accident.
It was an accident. If I had known you longer at that point, it definitely would have been an accident.
No.
Okay. What's the biggest crowd you played in front of?
With Ceol, yeah.
With Ceol, yeah.
Could have been, we did Glasgow Concert Hall there recently enough. That was 2000 or something like that.
Crack by the Creek, how many were at that?
There was loads of
There
that.
was
Was a
3.5
big
of
festival.
that as well.
So
It's hard to know.
festivals, and they were kind of big crowd. I think, remember the one we did up your area?
Clonmany?
No.
Oh, Greencastle.
Greencastle.
Greencastle was huge as well.
Yeah, in terms of theatres, I'd say Glasgow
The waterfront as well was a huge
The waterfront.
Yeah.
Them kind of places.
It's straight, like when you're doing stuff that size, it's very difficult to know how many are actually, unless you're talking to the organisers,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you don't actually know how many they've taken through. And we're usually, the lads always usually have to head home, so we're never really about to chat after, so away we go.
Yeah. And do you get nervous before going on stage and being on TV? And
Depends on the event, I think. For me, anyway, I don't know about you. Like, nerves are a weird thing. You think you have them under control, and then they just hit you. Like, the Rose of Tralee, like, I was fine all day. One, like, couldn't wait.
yeah.
And then the manager kind of on the wings, kind of waiting to go on. I was like,
Mm.
I don't know if I can do this. I was like, I'm going to get sick.
Yeah.
Our
The
first,
live
our first
performance.
gig was, I think, I was very, very nervous before that now because we did such a big first gig in
Yeah.
the waterfront in Belfast, and if you look out at the crowd as they're coming in, and it's just this massive venue, it's like
About a year ago,
say a
now,
quick
isn't it?
prayer. Yeah,
But this time
nearly
last year was our
exactly a
first
year
gig, so
Mm.
yeah, but the TV thing's a whole different,
Yeah.
It's a different type of nervous, it's,
Yeah.
I think, because,
especially live TV.
yeah,
Once it keeps you on the ball at the same time. A certain amount of nerves, like, it keeps you on top of it.
Yeah.
You know?
but once you get out, like, once you get out in front of a crowd, you can feed off a crowd.
Mhm.
Whereas once you get out in front of a camera,
Yeah.
and there's just some guy going, and you're like,
Thought he was shy.
no!
Is there any new music coming out in the pipeline? Or
We're toying with a couple of different ideas for a few different things, alright, so we'll probably get around to that at some stage this year anyway, I think so. Please God, we'll have some new music.
Oh, they're definitely will.
Oh, absolutely.
They're definitely will. It's just, we actually, funnily enough, we have to have that meeting after this one, so that's our kind of our plan. We're gonna sit down and this is the first time we've met since the new year. So we've just, we've got to sit down and kind of draw a roadmap. We have an idea of where we want to go. It's just, as you know yourself, you have to do smaller steps before you can reach the bigger steps, so that's our
Yeah.
plan.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do.
And what's the best night's crack you've had so far?
All of them.
Best night's crack.
I'm sure
We
they
had some good nights crack over in the Costa,
Yeah.
as you well know.
As
That's where
you,
we met you.
Yeah.
as you witnessed, I'm
I
sure.
did.
Yeah.
Sure we
Sorry
don't.
for your troubles, buddy.
Put it this way, we haven't had a bad night's crack
No.
in the last year, so.
But we're going out in Wexford tonight, so we'll see.
Tonight, it could be tonight.
Yeah, my uncle is a garage, so I'd
Oh yeah?
I'd watch out for it.
Right. Oh,
What's his name there?
We'll be dropping your name. flat out.
I surely know.
So, did you enjoy Cars on the Costa?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Savage crack.
Both socially and like it was great.
Yeah.
The
It's a
gigs
fun-
were fantastic,
Yeah.
and then also the crack and the social days, and it was great. So. Earlier than that now, it's
It's
it's about 9:30 every night. It's a
no, it's
Or
a-
nine, sorry.
Nine, there was a six. One of them.
it's a very strange, or it's a cool experience because you're there with like-minded people that are all there for the same reason. So there's a fantastic sense of community as well as crack,
Yeah.
which is great. And anywhere where you're getting a tan, getting a pool, playing a couple of tunes, you can't go wrong with that.
No.
Looking forward to next year.
Aye.
Yeah.
Same as that.
James, your family is big into boxing.
Yes.
Your father.
My dad, who's going to be selling the merch for Ceol tonight as well.
Yeah.
Dad's massively into the boxing. He was for years. Dad has 10 Ireland senior championships.
Big gym.
Big gym.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hands on, like,
and I play the fiddle, but you know,
Same thing.
same thing. Really.
I'm big into boxing, but it's more like that boxing.
Squeeze boxing.
Squeeze boxing, really boxing. Yeah, you've heard of I think it was it.
So, where can people find you?
You can find us on all forms of social media.
Yeah.
We also have a website, ceolband.com.
Yeah. And there's 4 pubs around here if you're looking for me.
And if you just put Malin Head onto the sat nav, you can find me along the way. That's where I stand. But no, so all forms of social media, also all of our music's available for streaming on all the platforms.
I think our handle is Ceol Band on everything. isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we've been working off. We've been very lucky, that like our following on social media is not only big but very loyal, and that's what we were saying just as we were meeting there. Like the amount of support we've gotten from the start, which is it's strange to go this long and not have people kind of go, oh, I'm not sure if I like that or whatever. But like literally everyone we have the insights. We've seen the people that have been following us from the start are the same people that are commenting now.
Yeah.
And it's always growing, and we're very, very grateful for that. And we hope that this year now we can saying keep that record up, improve the numbers, and keep the content, and keep the fans, keep everyone happy. As well as that, then trying to get into the live, you know, get people and get tickets out and let people see it live. Because you've seen it now a couple of times live. It's, the social media is grand. It kind of paints a picture of what we can do. But when you get live, you get a whole new experience.
That's your cramp seeing the wild.
So you're about to play in a sold out opera house. Are you nervous or excited or?
I'm only after pulling up, parking the car, so I haven't even thought about anything yet. But yeah, probably will be a bit nervous.
Even like the opera house is quite an intimate gig, even if it's fun, you're quite close to the crowd.
To get to play these venues is great. Like.
It's a class venue.
But it's also easy. I find it a lot easier with you guys. Like,
100%.
Like when you look across and you know the lads beside you, you're like, some man and they look across and none of you just, where am I? I'm at the wrong gig. But no, like it's a lot handier. Like it's a lot easier whenever you look across, you know the lads, and especially we always kind of go off each other when we're playing. Like we feed off each other and we take the energy from the room and stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing.
And Nathan's audiences are always great. Since they're so consistent, so we just know we're going to go out to
a responsive audience.
A responsive audience, yes.
So you'll play Heave Away tonight with Nathan, will you?
We'll see. We'll see.
How did that come about?
Carl?
Well, so we were always going to do a song. It was just a matter of what song we were going to do. Like, and then I found this. It's from a musical called Come From Away. I went to see it over in the West End, and it's an old like Canadian sea shanty, I think, originally, and then it's been covered a few times, and I've just been listening to it for the last year or two, even before I met the lads. And we said it about a year ago, but I sent it in to the lads and like, that's a good tune. We tried to actually...
We actually did try it, but it just didn't...
Yeah, we were trying to get it into a set, but it wasn't working, so we kind of put it aside, and then came back up and we went into the studio with Jonathan Owens, shout out to Jonathan Owens, and he brought it to life, and that's how that came about.
So, and thanks very much for doing this, and hope to do it again sometime.
Best of luck with the podcast as well. With all the future episodes.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, guys.
We're bound for old St. John's, where all the girls are dancing. Heave away, me jolly boys, we're all bound away. Heave away, me jolly boys, we're all bound away.